Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm so glad you're here with me this morning. It's another great day. It is the last day of 2020. Wow. Get out of town. How about that? Stick with me. We'll be back. So the last day of 2020, here we are. How about that? And I told you today that I'm going to have a special guest, and his name is Ted Liegel. But I've not been able to connect with Ted this morning, so hopefully everything is okay. But I have another friend who has graciously joined us, and his name is Eric. That's Eric with one eye. Eric Bam. Good morning, Eric. Oh, nice.
I mean, we've got all sorts of parties. I was gonna throw on my top hat today and just be ready for the day,
Very nice. Very nice.
Right? How are you? Happy New Year.
If you're on the line, please put in hashtag live and let us know where you're coming in from. Also, if you're listening to us on replay, put in hashtag replay where you're coming in from and share this video with as many people as you can. So,
yes,
Eric,
because everyone will want to see my face.
Right, exactly. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good. Thank you for thinking of me. I want to jump on here real quick and I got to share this, right? Because that's what a good guest will do. So
nice.
Let me share real fast before you start, throwing out a million questions at me.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Because I appreciate it. So
I gotta prop you up, right? So hold on. Let me share. Hold on, I'm still sharing.
So where are you sharing to?
Oh, just all these groups I'm in,
Nice.
Just sharing it to anybody that will let me share it into their group, right?
Yeah.
All right, I think I just shared it into. There's one more. All right, I think I shared it into about 10 groups. So there you go.
Wow. Well, that's awesome.
Oh, so you asked me what's up. I just posted a video. I know you and I have talked about this because we're both in a Megamind group, but my 3 words for 2021 are this: give, grow, and gratitude. Mm-hmm. And give, the golden rule, you get what you give, right? And I did a little coat drive. I donated 95 coats to a local charity here in Glenpool, Oklahoma. And they were just like, this is amazing. Thank you. This is incredible. And man, I got out to my truck and I got the blessing. So give, right? Because you get that back tenfold. And that's kind of a biblical thing as well. So give. And then number 2 is grow. Grow your mind, grow your heart. Physically, don't grow necessarily physically out, but how can you better yourself physically? Because the more you grow, the more you're going to have to give. What a cool cycle, right? That's just going to keep going and going and going. Yeah. And the last one is gratitude. Number 3 is gratitude, because I firmly believe that if you're thankful for what you have, God will bless you with more. And guess what? The more you have, the more you'll give. And the more you give, the more you'll grow. And I've been thinking about give for a long time, for the last 3 or 4 weeks, about kind of a mantra or some words and thoughts for this year, so it all kind of fell into place. So give, grow, gratitude. I think if you'll practice those 3 things, I think 2021 is gonna be a massive year. And I've had a lot of coffee this morning, so I'm gonna keep talking, Brian. I also think, and you've heard me say this too, I also think that the second half of 2021, we're going to see a huge economic boom. And if you are practicing give, grow, gratitude starting day 1 tomorrow, you will see a double explosion in your business, in your life, in your finances, in your relationships. Giving, watching, Brian doing what he does, and giving means sharing as well. So maybe you share this live broadcast and somebody will see my mug and go, hey, you know what? That's not such a bad thing. By the way, there's my son is on. Good morning. Scott is on. Hello, Scott. Scott, I need you to
Spencer.
gratitude this year. Nicholas, give, grow, gratitude. Just everybody. That's so there you go. So that's my 2 cents for a guy that literally just was asked to be on this show like 2 seconds ago.
literally 2 seconds ago.
Literally. And do it all with radical creative vision. Vision is the art of seeing what's not in front of you sometimes. And so
it's not possible. You don't think it's possible, but
yep.
I appreciate you being on.
Yep.
So it's awesome. And there's
excited to be here.
Yeah, Sundaraj is on saying hello. Tim Lord is on saying hello.
Everybody, Tim Lord. We have a show weekly on Tuesdays called The Penalty Box Live, and it has been a phenomenal year for us as we started that. Our last, we're really catching a lot of traction on our show, and our last few episodes have had 5,000 and 6,000 views, which is incredible. We've got some great guests lined up for January, which is fun. There's Randy jumping on. Love my
nice.
I have to take every chance I get to brag on Randy, because Randy is, he was the old road warrior, and when I say that, like, the guy would spend 400 nights a year in a hotel, which is kind of hard to do, but he could do that. Talented, but he, here's a guy that's adjusted to 2020 and, has realized, like, hey, I can do things different and not travel as much. And really, we talked about that a lot from the standpoint of not traveling as much, but touching his customers in different ways, whether it's through voice and text. And he posted this morning, I think, in a group that I'm in, where he said, I'm not going to spend the day just sitting on the couch going, oh, I can't wait for next year. Da, da, da. He's sending voice text messages and video messages to customers, tell them Happy New Year. And people aren't doing that. He's found new ways to reach his customers. And guess what happens in that process? And here's the big thing that happens in that process is that Randy, who's the CEO of his company, all those nights, those 400 nights that he would have spent in a hotel, all that money falls straight to the bottom line. Think about that. So big stuff. But how are you? Any big plans for tonight?
I'm doing well. So we've got big plans. So we're my wife and I will go out with a close friend of ours and his wife, just the four of us. We'll go to dinner, have a nice dinner, and we'll come back to our house and we'll hang out for a little bit. I'm sure I'll probably fall asleep on the couch in my chair, which is what always happens.
What like if you big night out, like where I know where I'm going for dinner, I'll tell you in a minute. But where are you? Is this like a Mexican night, pizza night, like a fine French dinner with duck, or what are you doing?
So the girls like wine. And that's good. So we'll go to wine. Yeah, the wine bistro, and I like wine too. But we'll typically get the guys, anyways. We'll get a Manhattan or an old fashioned, and just that's relaxing for me. And then there's a nice steak dinner that's coming after that at the same place, the wine bistro. Here in Columbus. So, that's really what it's about, is just relaxing, having a nice time, not doing a whole lot of partying. But, so after that, we'll come back to our house and just hang out for a little bit. And they've got a new puppy, so they need to go home to take care of their new puppy. Their new puppy is a Great Dane. So it has these paws that are absolutely freaking huge. Yeah.
Well,
anyway,
I want to throw this out there because I don't know why I feel like you're somewhat of a frugal guy, and I want to go all out tonight. Get the surf and turf. Go get the nice bottle of wine. Take care of your wife. She's put up a lot of crap from you this year, but in and out of the hospital. Your brain's so awesome and big, it's trying to explode out of your head this year. And your wife's got to put up with you. Take her out. Let her get the dessert. Brian, here's what I want you to do tonight, please. I want you to get all the desserts. Be like, baby, there's 5 desserts. We're getting them all, and just spoil the crap out of her. She's put up a lot of crap with you this year, right?
Yeah, a lot of crap, a lot of hotel stays.
You're going to delete this show right after it's done. So what did you learn from 2020?
Oh my gosh, what did I learn from 2020? I learned that regardless of how prepared I thought I was, because I started off 2020, balls to the wall, really doing a great job, and I felt like I was doing a great job of making calls, getting appointments set up, and I'd be able to get keynote speeches. That's really what I do. Is I'm a keynote speaker. So I was just all about going out to organizations that support the intellectual and developmentally disabled. So I was really working on serving that community. And when COVID hit, everything kind of shut down. Not completely, but there were a couple of speeches that I got lined up after that. But it taught me, COVID 2020 taught me that I need to be flexible. So I need to be able to do these lives and do these live streams and do them well. And it's pushed me to be able to just continue to grow that. And just doing the lives, that's one thing. That's
now when you say be flexible, you don't mean doing the splits.
No.
Just checking.
I try to do the splits, but I'm not very good at it. What have you learned? Hold on. You haven't told me where you're going for dinner tonight.
We are going to a place called Tokyo Garden, one of those places where they cook in front of you,
Nice.
We're going with a couple of friends of ours. We're bringing our kids, and they practice social distancing. In the past, they would put like 10 people at a table, and they don't do that anymore. It's smaller groups, and so we've got an early reservation, 5:00. We asked our daughter Elena last year that we would stay home this year because last year I think we went out for New Year's Eve. I can't even remember now. But what did I learn this year? Kind of a funny thing from the standpoint that we've talked a lot about social selling and what that looks like. And a lot of people had to adjust. And I'll tell you one of the things I learned, and I don't mean to say this like too cocky, but I learned that we were doing a lot of social selling and doing it pretty well. Basically because at our company, Perfect Crust and Incredible Bags, we didn't have a big ad budget. And so we had to be creative in different ways, and we had to do things a little differently. So I learned that we were doing a lot of things right from that standpoint. But I also learned that the relationships needed to even be stronger than what they were, and so I think there's a book by Jeb Blunt. Can't think of the name of it. I'm sure Tim or Randy will comment with it. I can't think of the name of it, but he talked about video is the closest thing to a handshake. You know what? I think video is the closest thing to a hug, because you can see people. I've sent more video messages, direct messages on LinkedIn this year than I ever have. I've sent more audio messages this year on Instagram and Facebook than I ever have. Because it allows people to hear you and hear your voice. And it's not just sending an email that we can delete. It's different. And people aren't doing that. And I've done more of that this year than ever. We've had a massive year. Things have been good. I've learned that also I might add that I look back sometimes on my father, right? That, Customer Delight 365. No, that's not the book. I'm reading comments as I'm talking.
Where do you see that?
Because I have the comments over here on my.
I
Customer Delight 365 is not the book I'm talking about by Jeb Blunt. Virtual selling. It's Virtual Selling by Jeb Blunt.
Okay.
That's what it is. But I sometimes right now I've caught myself a lot in the last year and a half when people talk about social media is evil and it's the end of the world and it's awful and I remember my dad coming home from work. My dad would watch the 5:30 news, right? And he would probably read the paper, but the paper, you really think about how long ago that was, and it wasn't that long ago, right? That we would watch the 5:30 news, maybe the 10 o'clock news. We would read the newspaper in the morning. In Tulsa, you have the Tulsa World in the morning, actually the Tulsa Tribune in the afternoon. The Tribune's now gone. But you think about that. You got your news from pretty much one source. If you liked ABC, you might watch the ABC World News and maybe the local news at night. And then you'd read the newspaper. Well, the newspaper was pretty much 24 hours old at that point, right? And then the local news, kind of filtering stuff in. But now it's all about So I was gonna say what I learned is that things this year, I'm getting there. Things this year have been more sensationalized than ever because it's all about go to my website, go to our Instagram, go to our Facebook, get your news, live on our Twitter, get the push notification. And it's all about selling advertising. I mean, you think about the weather guys, right? You think about like I'm Eric meteorologist, and here's my double Doppler radar up here, and guess what? Right up here it says this is the Radical Vision double Doppler screen. Or when the school closings are coming, they've got the crawl on the bottom, and it's sold by your local dealership. It's all selling advertising. And so I want to say that number one, social media is not the end all be all worst place in the world. Sean Litvak, who Sean Litvak does Litvak Leadership Live every day at 3:00 Eastern, talked one day about how he said, you know what, my social media is not negative because it's about the people you follow. Mm-hmm. And people you follow are positive, you're going to see positive. If you're seeing negative in your Facebook and your Instagram, it's your fault. Those are your friends. Right? Social media is not an evil place, but I will tell you this, to come all the way back to that, put a little bow on this. I think there are people out there that say media is manipulative, and they probably are, because you know what? They're a business. Facebook is a business. There are people out there that say, well, that should be regulated. They're a business. If you don't like Facebook, delete it. It's not a necessity. It's not your electric. It's not your water. Delete it.
You have to have it.
Yeah, people survived without it 50 years ago. Delete it. You don't need that crap. If you don't like it, delete it. So, but if you are going to embrace it and you are going to have it, all of your negative friends, hide them, unfollow them, follow positive, uplifting stuff. There's plenty out there. Social media. Look, you're watching. If you're here and you're watching this guy right now, I'm trying. If you're watching that guy because it's backwards, this guy is positive and uplifting every day. You want to watch good stuff? It's right there. That's it. So all these people that say that Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all the stuff is a negative place, those are your friends.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. No, I agree. That makes total sense. So we got some other people on here that Dave Caperton says his lesson for 2020 is gratitude in all and small things.
There you go.
Yeah, so great to have him, and then Tim Lord, yes, unsubscribe Thursday.
Just unfollow those people. You don't have to delete them, but you can follow them.
Right.
My son, there's my son right there, cut out the bowl.
This is him?
Yeah, that's my son. So if he just started a new job this year, graduated from college, and he's doing a bunch of financial planning stuff and doing a really good job. And
nice.
So if you need some help with that, he's your guy. Throw your email up there if you want. Can't help but wonder, did 2020 teach you to question the wisdom of being a Pats fan after Brady? No, because I was a Pats fan, Dave, before Brady. So, I had said to somebody the other day, do you know who Tony Eason is? And they're like, who? What? I'm like, you're not a Patriots fan. You know who Steve Grogan is? No. By the way, I have an autographed Steve Grogan helmet right here on my desk.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd you get that?
I bought it.
Of course.
One of my most prized possessions is actually sitting up over here. You can't see it, but it's up here on my shelf. When we moved to Oklahoma, I wrote a letter to Bill Sullivan, who was the owner of the Patriots at the time. Old school, wrote a letter, right? And said, just pissed off I was that my parents were moving to Oklahoma because Patriots games and blah, blah, blah. And he actually wrote me, they sent back a letter and said, hey, hang in there, things will get better, and sent me a football. I want to grab it, show it to you.
Wow. That's impressive.
I've had this forever. So it's old school. Look at that white. It's got
nice
on it. It's got the one little leather part on it. But I've had this for, 40 years.
So 1980 something?
It was, 79, 80, something like that.
Wow.
And just before he sold the team to Victor Kiam, who owned it for a little bit. I think it was Victor Kiam.
Yeah.
But no, Dave, to your point, no. You know what? Somebody sent me something the other day about Tom Brady, and I said, that's not my quarterback. So, Cam Newton's not the answer either, and it'll get better, and it may get worse before it gets better. But that's sports. Tim Lord, who's on here, we had a conversation yesterday regarding Zdeno Chara with the Bruins signing with, I think, Washington, and the goal of salary caps in sports is parity. It's mediocrity.
Yeah.
And thank God we don't have salary caps and sales caps and all that stuff in the real world, because that would hinder and hold back a lot of people. There's my son's email address. So if you some financial help, he is your dude, and he's a good dude. I'm so proud of him. He's had a good year. Graduated from college this year. The bummer that we didn't get to actually go to Albany, University of Albany, and go to that, but we had a party here, and he's a great kid, and I'm super proud of him. He's just grown up, and he was a good kid growing up and just turned into a pretty great young man. And I think 2021 for him is going to be just a barn burner. So ready, because you know what he does? You know what he does every day, Brian? He gets up and shows up. 90% of the battle. Get up, get dressed, show up, put your best foot forward, do a little work, and good things happen. I think sometimes we miss that if you put the work in, things happen. So
yeah, you gotta do the work though. Nicholas, great job. I'm impressed. I'm happy for you. I've got kids of my own that are doing great things as well. But that's great to be able to see the effect that you have had on your son. And
no, Brian, that's all his mom. That's nothing. I'm out on that front. So he gets everything from his mom.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Coming from a family that loves the Browns, wow.
Well, you got I think a good quarterback. Time will tell. Baker is interesting. Had a good, I started to say freshman year, good first year, kind of dropped off a little bit, then kind of bounced back and having a good year. I don't know. There's something about Baker Mayfield that, I think he's 90% in. I don't know why I feel like he's holding, he just, as a quarterback, it's the single greatest position in sports, and you have got to be 1,000% in. 1,000%. So he's just being nice now. Nick, I'll Venmo you some money.
I'll Venmo you.
Well, I want to tell you, if I can, what we're doing today that we're excited about today.
Yeah.
Perfect Crust and Incredible Bags. We're actually, we're all about trying to do stuff a little bit different. And today we're hosting from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern on our Incredible Bags and Perfect Crust Facebook pages. We're hosting actually a New Year's Eve pizza party. And so we've got about 20, 25 guys and gals from all across the country that are pizza operators. Some of the biggest and best in the United States. They're actually going to jump on, and for 5 minutes, and we're going to do a live look in at their pizza shop and how many boxes they got folded, and is the staff ready, and how amped up are they, and how, because this is going to be the biggest New Year's Eve pizza ever in the history of the world. Everybody's staying home for the most, except for me and you. A lot of people are staying home. So
is that it?
Perfectcrust.com. So we're excited about today. We're excited tonight, and I love the pizza industry. In fact, I'm wearing a pizza T-shirt right now. It says Friday the pizza party. I have pizza socks on right now, Brian. So talk about Baker Mayfield not being all in, which is just kind of my gut, but I'm all in, baby.
I want to see the pizza socks.
Oh yeah, I got pizza socks on. Let me see if I can scroll that down. Can you see the pizza socks?
Nice. Yeah. So hungry?
Yeah, you got to roll. When you're all in, you got to go all in, right?
I'm so glad you have pants on.
Yeah, right. That would have been awkward if I'm like, wait, I'm not wearing pants. So
what was the other spot, the other place where the website?
Incrediblebags.com.
Incredible Bags. So tell me about this business. I've never asked you about what is pizza crust? I know what
What
pizza
is a
crust is.
perfect crust pizza liner?
Perfect crust. What is that?
I'm going to show you. So this is a perfect crust pizza liner right here. So what this is, this goes inside the pizza box. Okay. So
Okay.
before you put the pizza on the box, you use this. And if you can see those little bumps and dimples right there.
Yeah.
So what this does, there is science behind this and it works. So what the science is the bumps lift the pizza up, allow the air to circulate. Okay. Absorb all the grease and the moisture. So what this does is this keeps your crust nice and crispy before it gets home. Pretty simple. And it works. This is 100% pure paper. There's no grease resistant anything on it. It's biodegradable. It's compostable. So like if you get a pizza and it's got a piece of wax paper in the bottom of the pizza box, that's literally the worst thing a pizza operator can do for their pizza, because what happens is that wax paper causes a barrier and it pushes all that grease and moisture right back up into your pizza, and it gives you a floppy pizza. This stops the flop right here. Right there. So these are in Little Caesars as an example. Nationally, a lot of independent pizzerias in your area use these. And then Incredible Bags is we do a lot of catering bags, obviously a lot of pizza bags. And then we also do take and bake trays. So if you ever get like Papa Murphy's, we have take and bake trays with the same exact patented bumps and dimples. So when you bake at home, you get a really, really nice crispy crust. It's a game changer.
Okay, so I've got nice. So I've got the perfect crust. That makes sense. Go over the bags again. I don't understand the Incredible Bags. What is that?
Like, so when the pizza guy shows up at your house and he delivers and your pizza is in a bag?
Yeah.
That's
okay.
So we do those. Like, I'll show you one right here. This is one of my favorite bags. Hold on. Stay with me.
Right. While you're up and around, I'm gonna bring on some other people that are have commented some more.
Well, here's a big catering
big one here in Foxborough. I'm gonna wonder. Yeah, go ahead.
So here's just a big. We do a lot of catering bags. So like if you buy from a catering company, this is just we do catering bags. So have either of you guys read Build to Last by Jim Collins? Yeah, I think I have that. I think.
Yeah, and one of the chapters was a former company I worked for. It was called Starcom, and it was all about customer service. So in that book, Built to Last is a little bit of history, but it's been a while since I read it.
Yeah. Well, there you go, Nick. So Brian, he's probably mentioned in the book. There's no telling.
No.
But yeah, so incrediblebags.com is it's a lot of pizza bags, but it's also a lot of catering bags. This bag I just showed you is the #1 selling bag in the barbecue industry. Go figure, because they do a lot of catering.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So that's my life.
Incrediblebags.com.
Yep.
And pizza. So perfect crust. Yeah, I got to make sure I got that right. So let me take that off. I'll put the perfect crust back up. So
that's all right.
Yeah. So
this has been fun. So give, #1, grow, and gratitude. 3 words.
Gratitude. Yeah.
Grow gratitude. And by the way, before I know we're kind of bumping up against it here for you, but I do want to make sure that anybody watching this, subscribes to your YouTube channel. Great job on YouTube. A lot of videos on there. Nicholas, if you're watching, go subscribe to his YouTube channel. He's going to post the link right now. Look at that. Boom. See, look at that. Look at that. That's just how we roll. That's just how we roll.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm excited for 2021. I think there are a lot of people out there that magically think at midnight there are going to be unicorns farting rainbow dust and Skittles will fall from the sky and everything's going to be perfect, and that's not the case. It's still going to take several months for things to settle down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just telling you, my gut, and I know I think maybe we've talked about this in our mastermind group, but my gut tells me the second half of next year, so many people are either going to have had COVID, or the vaccination is really going to start hitting and people are going to start taking it. And I think there's going to be a lot of people that the second half of next year are going to feel really good, and we're going to see an economic explosion. And so right now, if you're not putting the infrastructure in place, if you're not getting prepared, if you're not getting ready for it, you're going to get left in the dust. So right now is not the time to be pulling back. right now is the time to be investing and getting ready, because it's going to come and you're going to get caught flat-footed.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's got a lot to do with mindset and putting yourself in the right mindset to come into the first part of the year, to be in that spot, to be in that head space, if you will, and to be able to go forward. That means everything.
Yeah. Well, I think people like you and me have already in that mindset. We have been for months and months now, because you adjust. I adjusted months and months and months. I adjusted the week this all happened. 2021 will be a harvest. That's something I've talked about a lot, is that, sometimes we get out and we do the work and we don't see the results. But you know what? In order to get the harvest, you have to get on your tractor and ride. And sometimes we're in a season of tractor riding where we're out working the field, and then boom, we get a little rain, and then here it comes.
You got to do the work.
I just really think 2021 is going to be massive, and there are going to be people that have looked at it and said, because it's not just going to magically change tomorrow. It's just not. Right. And there's still going to be a lot of problems. There's still going to be a lot of people in hospitals, and there's going to still be a lot of family and friends that pass away. And it's the next 3 or 4 months could be worse than the last 3 or 4 months, quite honestly, in my opinion. But when it turns, it's going to turn, and it's going to turn the second half of this year. And some old fashioned stinking thinking right now ain't going to do you any good. So you better be thinking positive, because when it comes, you better be ready. Don't get caught flat footed. I'm just telling you.
You've got to go to the gym for a long time before you see results.
Yep.
It's the compound effect. Man, this kid is smart.
He is smart. He's a smart kid. Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Great book. That's right. He's spot on. You know what? You don't go to the gym one day and just be buff like he is. That's years. That's high school. That's 4 years of college football and working out every day. And that kid's got 12 abs. It's it's just, he's got like a 12 pack plus a few extra abs. His abs have abs. It's just ridiculous. But
I'm gonna bring us back. So because we're at really
grow gratitude.
Grow gratitude.
Okay.
And make sure that what you're doing, your vision, is aligned with your core beliefs, your core values, your core strengths. So that is really important for us all to understand. When we talk about vision, we talk about our purpose. We need to make sure that it matches up with our core strengths. So you Eric, you're a great one to talk to about that.
Well, one of the things in a previous life, a company I worked for, we talked a lot about what our vision was, but our culture didn't support the daily walk to get to what the vision was. So having a vision or having
thanks, Nicholas.
There you go. Having a vision or having a what's the word I'm looking for here? Anyway, having a vision for your business, right? I'm just, it's still early and I haven't had enough. I've had a lot of coffee, but not.
Right. You're in Central Time
Zone. A mission statement. Sorry, having a vision or a mission statement for your business is sometimes all well and good, but if the daily walk in your business doesn't align with what the mission statement is, it's a fail. It's sometimes a mission statement is just window dressing for, well, this is what we say we're going to do, but daily we don't walk the walk to get to that. And it's all fine and dandy to throw out a mission statement, but you've got to get up every day and put the work in to get to it.
Yeah. No, I agree. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate this.
No, thank you. I hope Ted's okay, by the way.
Yeah. Ted, if you're out there, let us know how you're doing, and we'll talk soon, and we'll see you next year.
Oh, don't be that guy. Now one more thing before we go. I all the dessert tonight. Just get all of it.
All right. So
hey,
yeah.
I love you. You put up with my huge expanding brain this year, and let's get all the dessert. Let's take a bite of each, and we're taking it all home. Get all the dessert. You're the man. I know you're rich. Come on, you're rich.
Yeah.
You don't apologize for it. You're just a big deal. You're huge expanding brain that can't all be contained in your head this year. I mean, you're growing out of the back of your hair back there.
Yeah, right.
Your brain is. So, so get all the desserts tonight. I want to see a picture. Scott Spencer, I try to always start my day with the mindset of how can I help at least one person today. You know what, Scott? I love that. Step your game up. Help 3 people today. Let's go.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm just teasing you. Scott, send me a friend request, please. Let's connect on Facebook. So, because I want to let you help me today.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, he sounds like he's a great guy. Good guy to know.
Yeah, that's a great guy. Send Nicholas a friend request as well. There you go. Just bring
absolutely.
We're connecting people all over the world.
Bringing everybody together.
All right, so you are going to get all the dessert tonight, right?
You know what? I like olives.
You like what?
Olives.
Okay.
And this place has great olives, a great olive selection.
Wait, time out. See, the dessert thing is not all about you. It's about your wife.
All right.
Come on, don't be such a cheapskate. Pull the wallet out tonight. Say to the waiter, hey waiter, we want all the dessert. Bring it all. One of every one of them. And he's gonna say, are you kidding me? And you're gonna say, I'm rich and I don't apologize.
All right, fine. I'm getting dessert. And I'm sending you pictures.
I want a picture tonight, man. I'm telling you.
All right.
Hey, one more thing before we go. I signed up for your vision alignment course.
Yeah.
And that's one of my goals for January is to really dive into that. Everyone should check that thing out. It is, I've kind of looked at it a little bit, some good quality stuff there. So everyone please check that out because it's good stuff. Subscribe to his page. And if you want good stuff in your Facebook feed, this is a guy right here. Follow him. He's incredible. His brain is so big. It's exploding out of his head with goodness. It's been a great year for him. He's still here.
Wow. Thank you so much for saying that. So I'm typing it in now. Vision.
Just zipping it up and just throwing away the key.
I don't believe that. But that's okay.
Be quiet now. Thanks for having me on. This has been fun today.
Absolutely. This has been great.
I got this new book, Joe Batista. Can't wait to start reading this, The Power of Pragmatic Passion. This. Wow. Excited. I got a lot of good stuff going on, man. I'm blessed. Good. I live a charmed life.
I need to dig into this book, Beyond Positive Thinking. So this is a book that Ken Wallace introduced me to.
Oh,
cool. That was written by Dr. Robert Anthony. So
nice.
a guy with 2 first names, so he must be smart.
Yeah, that's impressive stuff right there, right?
And then this book, Let Her Out,
by
my friend Natalie Siston.
Very cool.
Phenomenal. So great book to have, to keep. So check that out as well.
I bet neither of those 2 people that wrote that book have a brain as big as yours exploding out of your head.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know either. We're just a couple of one-eyed guys. What do we know, right?
Exactly.
All right, I'm going to let you go.
Thank
you for having me on. So I'm going to let you go. Thank you for having me on. And I'm about 10 minutes late for another call. All
right. Sounds good. Thanks, Eric. See you.
All right. See you, buddy. Happy New Year.
All right. Take care. Bye. Wow. What a great call today. So phenomenal way to end the year and end the day. And just having Eric on is a huge blessing. So thank you all for joining. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey that we've been on over the last few months with everything going on with COVID and whatnot. But just having you here and having you be a part of what we're doing in terms of understanding your vision and how important it is to have your vision aligned with your core beliefs. That's the best. And you understanding that, it means everything to me. So please share this video with as many people as you can think of. And hopefully we'll see you back here next week for more Vision Alignment. And we'll be back here on Monday, January 4th, 2021.